Good day to everyone. I'm Balachandran, art therapist, counseling psychologist, and professional supervisor. I'm also an executive committee member of IAPS. Today, we'll explore professional supervision, which is an integral part of ethical and reflective practice in counseling psychology. Supervision provides a structured and supportive space for supervisees to reflect on their work, discuss challenges, and develop both professionally and personally. In this session, we'll look at what supervision is from a supervisee's point of view, how it helps supervisees, and what happens in a supervision session. Let's look at the definition of supervision. Armstrong defines professional supervision as a process where professionals can discuss a range of topics from personal and ethical concerns, clinical concerns to, or even business related matters. For example, a counselor might discuss a scheduling issue that's creating stress which is affecting focus in the sessions. Carol offers a more relational definition. She calls supervision a reflective conversation where counselors learn from their experiences. In practice, this might look like discussing a session that felt emotionally heavy, unpacking why certain feelings came up and what that means for our therapeutic approach. So we understand that supervision is about reflection and personal professional growth. Now let's see how a supervisee benefits from supervision. Supervision is vital for client safety and monitoring results. For instance, if a client shares suicidal thoughts, supervision allows the supervisee to discuss immediate risk management, safety planning, and whether referrals or additional support are needed. It helps develop realistic self-evaluation. Many supervisees either overestimate their responsibility or doubt their competence. Supervision offers honest feedback. For example, a supervisor might help a supervisee recognize progress in a case even when the client's growth feels slow. It's also where theory meets practice. Suppose a supervisee discusses a client with anxiety and rumination. Together with the supervisor, they might integrate CBT or mindfulness techniques or any theory or any approach which is grounded in current research. Through supervision, supervisees expand their scope of practice, gaining confidence to work with new client populations like couples or trauma survivors after discussing relevant skills and ethical considerations. Supervision encourages exploration of values, beliefs, and creativity of a supervisee. For example, reflecting on how our personal beliefs and biases influence our empathy. This awareness helps us practice with integrity. And creativity might come through designing unique interventions like narrative exercises or journaling tailored to client needs. Supervision ensures ethical and legal compliance, especially in complex cases. For instance, if a supervisee is unsure about maintaining confidentiality when a client reveals potential harm to another person, supervision provides guidance grounded in ethical codes and law. It also deepens self-awareness. Maybe a supervisee notices frustration when working with a resistant client. Supervision helps explore what's being triggered internally and how to manage those emotions professionally. Supervision also identifies strengths or barriers. For example, a supervisee might realize they are skilled at building rapport but struggle with keeping sessions on time. Recognizing this allows for targeted growth. Work-life balance is another key area. A supervisee overwhelmed by client load might discover through supervision the need to set firmer boundaries or include self-care routines. And supervision helps develop and track goals, both short and long term. A goal might be improving assessment skills this month, or attending trauma training in 6 months, or pursuing advanced supervision credentials in the long term, etc. It could be anything. Additional roles of a supervisor. Supervision plays a major role in promoting self-care and emotional well-being. For instance, if a supervisee feels emotionally drained after working with multiple trauma cases, supervision can help identify signs of compassion fatigue and develop strategies like peer support, mindfulness, or adjusted caseloads. It also fosters continuous learning. Supervisors often recommend professional readings, new therapeutic models, or workshops to keep skills current. Supervision can also cover business or workplace issues. In private practice, this might include fee setting or handling cancellations ethically. In organizations, it could involve navigating workplace conflict or reporting structures. And of course, supervision provides professional guidance and mentorship, not only through giving answers, but also by helping supervisees think critically, build confidence, and find their own professional voice. Now let's move to what transpires in a supervision session. In supervision, supervisees and supervisors discuss client cases. For example, if a client has stopped showing progress, supervision becomes a space to explore whether the approach needs to shift, perhaps introducing behavioral activation or re-evaluating goals. They also engage in case conceptualization. What is case conceptualization? It is an understanding of a client's presenting concerns, psychological symptoms, and interpersonal patterns. This information is integrated from various sources, such as client interviews, assessment tools, and clinical observations. By understanding this, a supervisor helps a supervisee with the treatment plans and also reviews the progress of a client. Supervision is where intervention strategies are planned and refined. A supervisor might encourage trying a new approach or adjusting the frequency of sessions based on client needs. Discussions also focus on ethics and boundaries. For instance, managing dual relationships or maintaining confidentiality. Situations such as clients seeking excessive contact between sessions or disclosing sensitive information that raises concerns for safety are frequently explored in this space. Supervisors guide supervisees in maintaining professional boundaries while addressing client needs with empathy and integrity. Additionally, supervision often includes reviewing issues related to confidentiality, informed consent, dual relationships, and accurate documentation. These conversations help ensure ethical and legal compliance, particularly in institutional or community settings where professional roles can be complex. And finally, supervision addresses professional development, setting learning goals, identifying workshops to attend, or reflecting on long-term career direction. To conclude, professional supervision is much more than a formal requirement. It is a reflective, ethical, and developmental process that lies at the heart of effective counseling practice. It ensures client safety, encourages continual professional growth, and promotes genuine self-awareness. Through supervision, counselors are supported not only in refining their clinical skills, but also in maintaining their emotional well-being and ethical integrity. Ultimately, supervision is an ongoing partnership in learning, one that helps us evolve as thoughtful, competent, and compassionate professionals, committed to serving our clients responsibly and authentically. I hope this video is beneficial. Thank you.